Yo, what's up? It's Q-Ill. And here's my review of the Molotow ONE4ALL black book slash paint markers. Um, Basically, I just used it to color this character 808 Styles sent me, AERO. And I also used it to color this throwy. Um, some things you should look at when you look at a paint marker is obviously what type of tips it comes with. Here's the fine liner that comes with the pack. I don't know if you can see it, but it's basically like the tip on a fine liner for a Sharpie. And then here are the normal tips. These are the standard ONE4ALL size. Yeah, the tips are slightly smaller, or I would say half the size of the Deco normal medium ones, which provides a lot of ability for detail. And since these are refillable, the size of the actual tip doesn't matter. You could also change the tips. So when you're filling in for colors, it might take you a little while, but if you're looking for something with more detail possibilities, like check out the edges I got on this throwy, and I did this really quick, like maybe 5 minutes. It's really easy to get good detail. I bought these two packs. This is the full set. It comes with a white and black fine liner in each one, along with every single color that they carry. And this looks to me to be a empty one that you could fill with your own color, which is pretty cool. You could use this as like a emergency bombing marker or tag marker if you want. From what I read, these are all actual paint pigments from the Belton Molotow like cans. So they're supposed to be super opaque and long lasting and UV proof, all that. What I like about these markers are that it's not actually super opaque, because as I was drawing with them, I thought like, hey, maybe if these are actually more opaque than Decos or the Sharpie paint pens that I'm used to, paint markers, then who knows, maybe I'll buy another set because everybody wants super opaque like spray paint. But in reality, spray paint isn't 100% opaque, and these are opaque enough so that you get really good coverage even when you're doing like white on a darker color, but they're also see-through enough so that you can barely make out like your outline if you need to, which most people do need to make out their outline when they're filling. So that's really helpful. But some bad things I don't like about this marker. I literally um, pumped the fine liner black, this one, and it sprayed all over my table and my face. That is obviously not cool, and I don't think it's a defect. I think maybe just the pump may have been too pressurized, which is fine. Just need to be careful because I've had a whole pack of microns leak on a plane, and I had to throw them all away because they all busted open. Another thing are the tips. The tips are just like the Deco tips, which means that if you use them on anything with a surface that might peel away, like stickers or like very weak paper, it will pick it up, and you'll get like those little like kind of like leftover little pieces. I don't know if you could see it, but like I had to like scratch them all off on this old box that I have. So they will pick up the paper, and the nibs do eat through stuff, so you gotta be careful. If you're looking at paint pens, I will definitely tell you a trick, or a rule that I use is always look at their yellow, pink, and white. Black is pretty good in any company. I've used $1 paint markers, and the blacks are always fine. The three colors that give me the most trouble are always these kind of yellows. They always fade, and they usually don't color over anything. It's kind of like painting with a highlighter. Pink, also really horrible color on most paint pen companies. And white, I've yet to find a white marker that I like except today. I love the Molotow white, and I kind of knew that I would, so I bought the refill. I mean, having acrylic white paint helps and a brush helps, but in the end, if you're getting used to using a marker, like, do you really want to bust out a brush and paint? I don't. So I just want a really good white marker. It does pick up the last color that you used, so make sure to kind of scratch it off until you get pure white again, and don't let it settle on the tip. But other than that, it covers over black, which is phenomenal and most important. I've used Sakura white. I've used both kinds of Sharpie poster paint and paint white. I've used gel pens. I've used Deco white. They all suck in one form or another, and I hated them. And white has always been a marker that I've always bought from every single company just to try it out, and I haven't found one that I like. But look at this, like, I barely shook it up, barely pumped it once, and this coverage is just like once. I have to go over it twice with some companies, and it still won't look that opaque. So really love the white, really dope. All in all, I will give this probably a 7.5 or 8 out of 10, only because they're super pricey, and most artists, I don't see them using this many colors. For sure I will, but that's because I get bored. And honestly, if you were to just buy a grip of these whites and use like Sharpie or Deco, I'm pretty sure you could get away with being happy. Fine liners, yeah, use at discretion because they do explode, but so far so good, and I'm definitely going to be using these in the future, and I'll let you know in the video if I'm using these or the paint pens or whatever. Let me know if you guys have any questions about these markers or anything in general, and I'll try to answer them. Sorry I rambled on, but yeah, just look forward to your guys' comments and questions. Peace.